In 2024, I stumbled into a side hustle that made me $26,000 in 4 months. However, the truth is, I completely sabotaged my own success.
I kept coming up with excuses. I kept telling myself that once I do this or that, I'll be 10 times more productive. And those excuses just simply started piling up, like tidying my office for example, until eventually all that momentum that I had built up had just died away.
This is the story of how I built and sold web templates, grew it from earning $1,000 per month to gaining $20,000 in clients in just over 4 months, and then how it all came crashing down. It all started in August 2023. I was casually searching the web for a new side hustle. I was looking at everything from creating stickers and selling it on Etsy to even niche blogs, but I had my mindset on creating something once and selling it multiple times. And that's when the idea of web templates came across my mind. At first I was looking at platforms like WordPress, but the labor that goes into creating a template for WordPress and then marketing seemed like a big headache. And that's when I bumped into a tool called Framer. And that's when I decided to give template creation a shot. That first sale gave me the biggest hit of dopamine, and just like that, I was hooked. By January 2024, I was making a consistent income of $1,000 per month just from Framer templates alone. But little did I know that everything was about to change. I started a Framer design agency. But success can be fragile. 1 minute you're on top of the world, and the next you lose your footing, and you have nobody to blame but yourself. So far, I've earned $20,000 in client revenue. But the joy of web design did not feel the same. To make matters worse, Framer made some changes to the marketplace, and I had no capacity to update my templates to meet those new requirements. As a result, my template sales came to a halt. Fast forward to today, we're in 2025. It's crazy how fast time has gone. In January of this year, I decided to make a comeback by making my first template of the year. The new Framer requirements were governed by other template creators. Essentially, that meant creators that Framer chose had the power to accept or reject any template from the marketplace. I ran into the problem. Each time I submitted a template, I kept getting rejected. For 2 months, I went back and forth. Each time I submitted a template, I would make the changes based off the feedback. Take for example, one of the feedback points I got was that a section was too bland on the template. How do you determine what's bland and what's part of a stylistic theme of a template? It didn't make sense. But eventually, through much back and forth, I made it onto the marketplace. And again, I just made my first $1,000 from Framer templates. Framer is a web development tool that uses the canvas to design. And in the past, I'll be honest, I never thought much of these tools. I always thought they were slow, laggy, and I didn't think that they could make good websites. But something in me just told me to give it a try. And that's when I decided to make an account, and I've never regretted my decision ever since. I had no idea the amount of clientele you can get through Framer for people wanting fast and stunning websites, quite frankly. And that's when it occurred to me. I just hit a goldmine.